Welcome to The Trend. I'm Rebecca Granet. She is a television personality, a New York Times best-selling author, and fashion designer. And this is her new book called In My Own Words. It is a real, raw account of her life. Toya Wright, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. I just read this book.
Oh.
I have to commend you on how incredibly real and candid you are about so many different aspects and chapters of your life.
Yes.
It really made me feel like I knew so much more about you and your life and what you've been going through. And part of that is the dedication of this book, which you dedicated to your brothers, Rudy and Josh.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, when I heard the news of their passing, and we were talking about it a little bit before, my heart just broke for you and for your family. And I don't think any of us can ever imagine kind of what you're going through. And so I wanted to ask just, how are you doing? And how is your family doing after all of this?
I'm doing okay, you know, one day at a time. My mom, you know, she have her good days and bad days. It's just, you know, a sad situation to lose two siblings or two kids at once. We're just sticking together during this tough time and just we helping each other get through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Of course. And what I think is so beautiful is that as part of this book, In My Own Words, you sort of explain your relationship with each one of your, you know, with Rudy and with Josh, which kind of gives them eternal life in a way.
Yes.
Because I feel like, you know, I feel like I got to know them. Anybody who reads this book is going to get kind of an intimate view into who they were to you. And so, was it therapeutic in any way for you to write this book? How, you know, did it help in any way?
It was very therapeutic to write this book. I started working on this book right after because I would spend days inside in a bed and it was my outlet. You know, I would talk about them and like record stuff or write and jot stuff down or whatever, like just to remember like happy times. And, you know, I thought about our upbringing, how we kind of grew up very distant and then we kind of made the best of what we had, like, as we got older. You know, we wanted our kids to have a closer bond and a better relationship. I talked about the television show, Tani and Toya Family Affair, that they first was introduced on, and, you know, how Rudy would just walk around the house just singing. He just really thought he was just he was going to be this famous singer. You couldn't tell him no different. So I would just try to fill my mind up with, like, positive thoughts as much as I could, you know, to take away the negative, like just the dark place that I was in. Mm-hmm. People that I know who have lost close family members would always tell me that, you know, try to think about as much, you know, happy moments as you can, and it will help you get through. And I just would jot them down, and I was like, you know, I want to work on I was just going through so much in my life at the time. I had just, you know, got a divorce and went through a divorce and family issues, and then losing my brother. So writing, that was my therapy. That was my outlet. Mm-hmm. You know.
Is there any advice that they ever gave you that helps you or that kind of replays in your mind to this day?
I would say Josh, my brother Josh. I always say he's the protector of the family. Josh is the one that you will receive a random text message from at any given time, and Lord knows I miss those messages. He will always just remind me, you know, Toya, I'm so proud of you, and I just, you know, want our bond to be closer, like all of my siblings. I just want us to, like, take family vacations together, you know, so we all can do things together with our kids. And, you know, he be like, you know, just keep up the good work, and I see you, you know, I see what you're doing, I'm proud of you. And he would always make me feel so good, like, you know, my brother noticed, you know, what I'm doing.
He was present.
It makes me happy to know that, you know, he's paying attention and he see that my hard work is not going unnoticed. Josh was like the the one that just wanted better for everybody. He just, you know, anytime anybody was in any type of trouble, he will be there. Like he wants to fix the problem. He want, you know, I gotta save them. Like, you know, so that's why I label him as the protector in the book.
Many of us, I think, can relate to losing a close family member and sort of the fallout that you have to deal with on the back end of that.
Yes.
It's exhausting.
It is.
Just to ask kind of where things stand now, where do we stand in the investigation? How has everything kind of been going?
Well, this is still under investigation, so it's not really much I can speak on. But, you know, my family is just praying for peace and that they find this terrible person, you know, to do something like this. It's just the crime in New Orleans, like the senseless violence, it just has to stop.
Yeah.
It really does.
And you are so strong. Throughout this book, just chapter upon chapter, that was a common theme that I found in reading it, is your strength in overcoming anything that comes your way and building sort of this empire around yourself, which is so beautiful to see. And of course, and one of the beginning of the book, you talk about friendship. Which I know has been a huge positive in your life. You have beautiful people surrounding you.
I do.
But it's no secret that you and Tamar Braxton have been in sort of a public type of feud, I would say. Maybe once, I don't know, but I kind of wanted to ask you kind of where that stands, because in the beginning of the book, in the acknowledgments, you thank her. Do you regret thanking her in the beginning of the book?
Not at all, because I thanked her in the book because at one point she was, I considered her to be a friend. And when my brothers passed, she came to the funeral. Like I said, I was very surprised to see her there, but I was happy, that all of my friends came. That meant a lot to me. But when it was time for me to promote my book, I had to find out via social media that she unfriended me, and it kind of, hurt my feelings because I wasn't trying to do anything to be spiteful or unloyal. I just was working, She's in the entertainment industry, and I'm sure she's going to run across plenty of people she might work with, some of which that I might not be that close with, but I will never knock your hustle because this is how you eat. I don't quite understand it, but she's entitled to feel, how she feel, because everybody, have feelings, and certain situations may upset you. I never meant to hurt her. I just don't understand. Like, that's just a situation I don't understand.
If you had a message for her now, would that be the message, that you never meant to hurt her, or do you want to reconcile, or where does it stand now, I guess?
Honestly, like, I just feel like when people show you who they are, believe them, Like, I don't have no ill feelings toward her. Like, there's no beef, because, we have a mutual friend. Tamika is our mutual friend. Tiny is a really good friend of mine, and Tiny is a really good friend of hers. Her and Tamika knew each other much longer than, me and Tiny. But, I consider Tiny to be like a sister friend, So she is the mutual friend and she's the reason that Tamar and I are friends. I guess she felt as though I was being unloyal for going on the show that she's no longer a part of, but I feel like my loyalty has never been questioned by a real friend, because I'm not going on a show to take your job. I'm going on a show to promote my project, and if you feel like I hurt you by doing that, I apologize, but I'm just trying to better myself, and I'm using this platform to promote my project that I'm working on. I don't have a television show that come on every weekend, so when I'm given the opportunity to go and promote a project that I'm working on and tell my story, of course I'm gonna do that. And as a friend, you should be happy for me, or you should be supportive. Like, I'll be supportive of you if there's anything great, you know, every time you do something, your album, I'm promoting it, I'm happy because you're my friend and I want to see you win.
Yeah,
So
separating business from friendship.
So it's like I don't really get it, but she's entitled to be upset if you know, if that's a really touchy situation. But my thing is, you know, my number, call me. You know, like if I hurt you, pick up the phone and say, Toya, you know, that was messed up for you going to show, blah, this is what happened, this is what they did to me, blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
Rather than an unfriending situation, absolutely.
And that turns into a big media thing, and then you have all of these outside people, you know, involved. And it's like, I don't know, like I didn't want to believe the media, so I called a friend and they verified it, and it's like, so this is really real? Like, okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm just promoting my book.
Sure, of course. Yeah. Speaking of the book, most people know by this point that you were married to Lil Wayne. There was something in the book, and I just need to touch upon it because and to find out more, you have to go read it because it is incredible. You learn a lot about you, but you had said that by the time you're 35, you know where I'm going with this.
Oh, wow.
If you don't find someone with whom you want to have a child, that you asked Lil Wayne if he would have.
I already asked him. I already told him this same thing that I put in the book. He's aware.
Did he agree? Would he have another child with you?
Yeah.
He would?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. Okay, so we might be waiting for baby number 2 over here. That's we got like, what, 2 years to work on? Maybe, we don't know. Okay, so we have this really fun thing here called the 10 for 10 challenge. It's 10 questions, and you have 10 seconds to answer each one.
Okay, let's go.
Are you ready to roll?
Ready.
Okay. You are the creator of Garb Boutique, and you have a store on Magazine Street in New Orleans, which is beautiful because you said you wrote in your book that you're the first young African-American woman business owner to have
on that block.
A store on that block, which is historic. So that's huge. And you also wrote that you sell items for women that are trendy. We happen to be on the trend. So your first question is, what fashion trend are you into right now?
Right now, I'm into layering things. So I like the long layered jackets, like the, what is it called? I'm trying to
like the ones that go like past the knee and...
Yeah,
right?
The long layered jackets and the ripped up jeans and the oversized tops.
Oh, I love that.
And yeah, I have like the little crisscross tops that...
The cutouts and stuff too. That's a huge trend right now.
Right now, a huge trend.
I love that. You also have the bonnet line and the bedtime accessories called Before Bedheads and Toya Wright hair.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur, which endeavor do you like the most?
I would say writing the most. I like being an author the most, but of course, as a businesswoman, you have to have multiple streams of income. The bonnets is something that I feel, you know, it makes you look beautiful before you go to bed. Instead of going to bed with the granny bonnets, they're accessory. You know, they have diamonds on them, so you get to bling before bed while you are protecting your hairstyle. So
I love my bling. I know what you're talking about.
The hair, of course, you know, the girls love the weave, so I have an extension line, the Toya Wright hair collection. And my store, you know, girls love to shop, so I just feel like the other things are just an addition. You know, like every girl loves to shop. You know, they love the weave, and the bonnets is just extra on the top.
Just like, something for everybody,
glam.
For whatever mood you're in.
Yes.
You wrote in the book, I know we're talking about this book, that the world knows Lil Wayne the rapper, but that you know his heart.
Yeah.
What should we know about Lil Wayne that we don't?
He have a big heart. Like he's really a sweet person, and he lives in his own world. Like for real, for real.
What's in his world?
Like he's just not in tune with everything that's going on in the social world, and I like that about him. You know how everybody, you know, they know, you get on social media and you know everything. Wayne is a little bit different. You can go and ask him about something that you may have seen that's going on in the world, and he is not going to have a clue. Which, I mean, it could be good and it could be bad, but he just lives in his own world.
T.I. is Tiny. Tiny is T.I.'s wife.
Right.
And you are super close with her, which you had just said. What is the best advice that she's ever given you?
She always, you know, she just wants me to be happy. She's always say, T, follow your heart. Because, you know, her and T, I've been together for years. And I would always get marriage advice from her because she's one of those riders. Like, you know, she stick by her husband's side. And she's like such a good mother, good wife. And she's in the industry.
I was saying, so accomplished, too.
Right. And she know how to balance a lot. So she would just always, you know, just give me advice on that. Like, just being able to manage being in the public eye with the family and raising your kid. You know, so she gives the best advice.
What's your favorite thing to do to relax with your girlfriends when you have girls' night? What are you doing?
I love to have me a bottle of wine and have girl talk. Like, I'm such the wine girl. Have me a little glass of wine. And
if this had wine in it.
yes, it would be 6 grapes.
The Snapchat filter that makes you smile or laugh the most?
OMG. I would say right now it's
I like how you started that. OMG. That was good.
I love Snapchat. The deer, the little voice that's on a deer is like super hilarious. Every time I hear myself, when I play it back, I just fall out laughing.
So cute. It's like such a high voice.
Yes.
What is your favorite vacation destination?
Turks and Caicos. Like,
beautiful.
I love Turks. I can go there and just relax and chill and just, you know, like out of everywhere I've been, like Turks is like, I don't know, something about it. I can go back over and over and over again.
Who's behind the billboards that are out there?
Oh, the billboards.
See, we designed it for a
guy.
It's
the mystery guy.
We designed it for a 10-second question, so you could just give us the name and we can move forward.
It's just a guy friend.
A guy friend. Okay. What do you hope people will take away from reading your book?
Well, you know, I hope that people will get to, you know, see that, because people's biggest misconception of me is that I'm weak after watching Marriage Boot Camp and, you know, all of the things I've been through with my husband. And
this
just,
is Memphis.
Yeah, with Memphis. And, you know, they would say, oh, she's weak for men and this and this and that. In this book, you get to see the real me. I'm far from weak. You know, you see my strength and you see why, you know, I come across on television like I come across on television. You know, you see this is like me unfiltered, like the raw version of Toya.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
You said that's the first thing I said was that you're so strong, and that is truly the impression that I got from
and that's
reading
exactly
this.
what I wanted to deliver.
Good. And the last question in our little 10 for 10 is, get ready. Our birthdays are coming up.
Ooh, yes, Scorpio season.
Yep. We actually have the same birthday.
Really? October 26th?
We are October 26th. Yeah. We are real, like, birthday sisters.
And you know who else? Phaedra Parks.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
We share the
Phaedra.
same birthday. Like, we used to celebrate together.
Ooh, happy
years ago.
birthday, Phaedra.
Yes.
So, with that said, I want to make a toast to our birthdays coming up. Happy birthday, my dear.
Happy birthday.
And I want to know, what would you wish for this year if you could have any wish come true?
If I could have any wish come true, I would wish... I'm so, right now, my biggest focus and everything is the situation that's going on with my brothers.
Yeah, of course.
So I would wish that they find this person so that my family can really, you know, we would never heal from it, but at least we would have peace. Like, I'm so worried about my mom every day, and my mom just wants that justice. You know, so, and you know, my family deserves it, and that's like my biggest wish, that it just hurry up and happen.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to cheers you to that, Toya.
Cheers.
And through everything, you've been so incredibly strong, and everybody has to go out and read this book because you will get such a view into her life. It's incredible. In my own words, where can you get it? You can get it on ToyaWrightPublishing.com.
Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, iBooks, but ToyaWrightPublishing.com.
Okay. She's incredible. Take a look, guys. It's great. It's great.
Thank you.
Toya, thanks so much for
Thanks
being
for
here.
having me.